Reverend Dash.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure finally meeting you.
Here I am.
Promoter extraordinaire, musical producer extraordinaire. You've worked with the likes of Regina Bell, Roberta Flack, James Brown, Luther Vandross, and the list goes on. And you're a Canadian from Montreal.
Yeah.
You grew up in St. Henry.
Yes, sir.
Hung on Little Burgundy.
That's right.
Yeah. Talk to us about the music in your household. How did it influence you?
Well, my father loved music, and he worked on the railroad. And when he would come home on his layover, he would play his 78s. He had a lot of calypso music and big bands, and so he played it constantly when he was home.
Okay.
And me, as a teenager and around, would have no choice but to listen to it.
Okay.
And I began to enjoy it and wanted to be like one of the people that I'd heard singing or whatever it was.
He had also mentioned to me that Oscar Peterson used to come hang out at your house.
Well, Oscar Peterson was trying to get close to my sister, my eldest sister.
What do you mean trying to get close? What do you mean?
Well,
Explain.
he had a crush on her.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
All right.
at that day, back in the day.
Okay.
And we had a piano at the house, so he would come by to court my sister, and he would sometimes play the piano. Of course, you know, that was his tool to win over the whole household.
Okay.
And then I would say to him, as a youngster, I'd say, "Can I sing with you?" And he would say, "What do you want to sing?" And I say, generally, play the blues and B flat, you know.
Okay.
And he would play something, and I would sing. Of course, I didn't have a real good voice to sing, but he wasn't going to say no. You know, he had to win me over too, as a brother of my sister, who he was really working on. So that was just something I mentioned since he got so big and whatever. Yeah. I tell my friends, even my friends, and say, "Oh, you know, back in the day, I sang with Oscar Peterson." You know?
Now, what year was this around?
Oh, I couldn't really tell you. I really
that far back.
That far back, I couldn't really. It has to be. I would have to say that would be a good 60, 70 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're revealing your age, Merv.
Well, I don't care. It is what it is.
How old are you, Merv? You look good. How old are you?
I'm 86.
Oh. Now, I want you to bring us back to your neighborhood. Describe us how St. Henry was. What was the make of St. Henry back then?
Well, when I lived in St. Henry, actually, there were just about 3 black families that we knew. There were the Rockheads on Convent. We were on LaPorte.
Okay.
The S's on Agnes, and the Beards on what was that? Irene Street.
Okay.
And there was a park there, and that's what it is. I went to St. Thomas Aquinas School, which was on Convent Street.
Talk to us about the makeup of Little Burgundy, because you also were part of Union United Church, the Negro Community Center.
Yeah.
Tell us about the makeup of Little Burgundy.
Well, we had a little community that was there. We had our weekly dances.
Okay.
We had dances at the Negro Community Center, and we had dances at the UNIA.
Okay.
From the community.
Okay.
Of all, you know, the black kids and whatever, where we would go out on a Saturday.
Okay.
And they'd play records most of the time. And we'd have our little girlfriends and come and dance and whatever. And that was, you know, for what we did on the Saturday night or something like that, you know. And it was free, no cost. We went and we all danced and did what we had to do.
What was minimum wage back then?
Oh, I don't know, 25 cents an hour or something like that.
Couldn't get me working for that much.
Well, listen, you could have French fries, Coke, and something else for a quarter.
Wow.
I know my father used to send me to the store to buy him cigarettes that cost 37 cents.
Come on, Merv.
That's right. And I better bring home that, he'd give me 2 quarters, and I better bring home that 13 cents. Don't drop a penny and forget about it. You pick up you bring back 13 cents. Now, when I had my kids and I sent them to the store to buy some, I got to give them a tip.
Yeah.
It's changed now. But back in my father's day, you bring that back. And then we had different things.
Okay.
Go to the corner. Then nobody asked me about my age when I bought him cigarettes.
Okay.
Nobody asked me about my age when I go a quarter beer, being a big old beer. Go get me a quarter beer. Okay, Dad. Boom. Go and give me.
You were a kid doing this.
I was a kid doing it.
Okay.
Nobody said, "Where's your ID?" There was no such thing as ID.
Okay.
You know, you just see how things grow, and again how they changed. You know.
But I want you to take us back to your father working on the railroad.
Yes.
Because back then, working on a railroad was very important to black men, right?
Well, knew you could go right there and get a job.
Yeah.
There was no problem to go to if you wanted to work.